This question is about complex number, but this is quite annoying because there are three statements. That means you have to do three different kinds of calculation. But anyway, it's not that difficult. UV is a rational number, so we are going to multiply U and V and simplify it, see whether it gives us a real number. So UV is equal to 7 over A plus I, and then times 7 over A minus I. Numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. So we have 49, and the denominator is the common form of our identity. So it gives you something square minus something square, which is A and I. But I square, that means -1, so we have A squared plus 1 here. In this item, in this term, there is no imaginary part. We have no I in this expression. It's become an integer already. But we have to pay extra attention. They are saying that is that rational number or irrational number. They are not asking whether it is real or not. So it's a little bit tricky. They say A is real number. They didn't say A is an integer. So which means that A can be equal to pi. 49 over pi squared plus 1. Pi squared is irrational. It's because of pi, this is irrational. So it is not always correct. I can't say this must be true. The another part, statement 2. Real part of U is equal to real part of V. So we have to, it seems like rationalize, separate the real part and imaginary part of U and also V to compare. U is equal to 7 over A plus I. The operation it seems like rationalize. I can't accept I below the fraction 9. So A squared plus 1, and then we have 7A minus 7I. That means the real part is 7A divided by A squared plus 1. And then we have imaginary part. V is equal to 7 over A minus I. And then both sides we times A plus I. If we have A minus I, then we try to times A plus I so that we can have square term only below the fraction 9. So it's 7A over A squared plus 1 and then plus 7 over A squared plus 1I. We find the real part 7A over that, 7A over that, so it's exactly the same. This is correct statement. The real part are the same. Finally, the imaginary part of 1 over U. So start again. About statement 3, 1 over U, that means the reciprocal A plus I over 7. This much more convenient is because only one term in the denominator and it's also real number. So A over 7 plus 1 over 7 of I. Another part, 1 over V is equal to A minus I over 7. So it's A over 7 and then minus 1 over 7I. They are talking about the imaginary part. The imaginary part here is positive 1 over 7. However, the imaginary part of 1 over V is negative 1 over 7. So they're not equal. The last statement is wrong. Only B is correct.